Hey YouTube, KB Coolers here, and as you can see from my screen I got on here now, you can see I have a bunch of Games Workshop games, the Drop Assault, the Space Wolf, which I've done a few episodes on, and it is a little more of a strategy game. And then down here on the bottom, I have it's actually Blood Bowl, which was actually a tabletop game. I don't know, they made a bunch of other computer games and stuff like that, but I never did play it as a tabletop game. I did play a lot of the Games Workshop games. I played Warhammer 40,000, and I also played Warhammer Fantasy, which no longer exists. But they've now all become computer games, so it makes it a little different to play. But I figured I did jump in, and let's go ahead and jump in. You see kind of the menu. Let me jump back to the main menu here. And I did play through the first tutorial season, which gets us in. We start off as the human faction, and as you can see, these are our players that we have available to play. These are ones that we have not unlocked yet. As you go on, you'll be able to unlock players from different factions. We have orcs and goblins, dwarves, that looks like Skaven, and elves are our team choices. So that's kind of what the basic of the game is. As you can see, I'm level 5. The game is not very hard. It is kind of random as you get in, but we will take a look and see. We'll start the Season 1 game. We're going to be playing, it looks like an elf team. Yeah, an elves. So it makes sense. The arrows. This is kind of your screen. It does take some time to load. I don't know if it's part of it. But you start off, there's 5 players, as you can see on there. And then you pick and drag your players out where you want them on your half of the field. The biggest problem that I've seen with it is trying to remember what each one of these players do. And then you don't really ever start out with somebody with that has a good throwing stats. But once you have your 5 players out, as you can see I do, you can set up in any formation on your half of the field. Then you have to drag the ball to the player you want to start with it. At that point, you can hit play, and they all start to move down the field. You can tap on your player to move, but once you get open, you can tap on the player you want to throw the ball, and we fumbled the ball, which he got knocked out right when. It is a real short game. Like, literally, that was it. We suffered a defeat that quick because he got knocked out when I was throwing in the ball. You can also run with your character, but I find it extremely hard to get the direction that they move because you'll tap the square you want them to go, and they just don't want to do it. So let's try this again. Let's line up. I think we did pretty well as far as who we were going to come up against. So I think we will start the same. We'll actually go to the other side this time, and we'll use a different quarterback, I think. Or, I guess they still call a quarterback on this, even though there's not really. Well, let's play. We'll see what goes on. You can see some of them get minuses right off the bat. But that tree man in there is brutal as far as getting. I'm going to tap on our guy with the. As you can see, he doesn't necessarily want to do what we tell him to do, but hopefully we can get him up the center. We threw the ball off, and we did. We got in for the touchdown. They don't always do what you want them to do. They're very random as far as what actually happens. It is a neat little game. There really is no rhyme or reason to what goes on. But it's just kind of fun. I did watch some other YouTube videos of some the actual computer game of Blood Bowl 2, and it does look to be a little better. But this is just a free application game. Now we're up against the orcs here, so we'll put our 2 linemen. I can always tell kind of by the armor that they wear. She is the only female I believe, on the team, but she is classified as a blitzer, so I think she's better at running the ball. I don't Since you don't really play defense in this, it's kind of hard to tell. And we're gonna kind of try something different. We're gonna start kind of in an X formation. We'll start off with him with the ball. Let's see what goes on here. Basically, they all seem to stand still. I don't know. Like I said, there's no real rhyme or reason to what they do. You know, I can see they're trying to fight down the thing. She's getting a good hit down, which actually she should knock him out. And I'm going to throw her the ball, and we'll see if she can get in the end zone. She does. The green bars are the life, and once they're knocked out, they're knocked off the field totally. So that is kind of the little rundown. You gain your power, which is your ability to play. You have missions that you can do. You have, like I said, your rosters, your different teams. You can open up different chests with the with your gems that you have. Your main menu. There's league play, which just puts you up against a. You can kind of just make the teams you want to play against. But then, of course, they have other stuff. They have a store. You know, you can send messages to other people playing the game. But that is just a real quick overview and a few games. You can let me know in the comments if this is something that you want to see some more of. I was kind of hoping it'd be a little better. It wasn't as involved. I was figuring that you would at least get to play a little more strategy of where players go and who they go up against. But it's really not. It's really just kind of, you know, they hit play and your players do what they're going to do. There's no real rhyme or reason to why one player is better than another, because I've played rounds and won, and then I played the same game again, and they do totally different things, even in the same setup. So it's really random as far as that's concerned. But it is a game that's out there. It was a Games Workshop game, so I figured that I would take a look at it. But tell me what you think in the comments. Subscribe if you like the channel, and have a good day.